Aurum here is a trick-taking game from Pandasaurus. But most trick-taking games these days have some sort of, what's the catch? In this one, when you follow suit, you have to play a different suit than the one that was led. Let me show you. There are 5 suits in this game, numbered from 1 to 10 each, and there are gold cards too. The gold cards, each player is going to start with 1 0 gold card. The rest are placed out in the middle of the table. And this is going to matter. This is in a 4-player game. There are teams of 2, and you're trying to win 2 rounds, taking these gold nuggets here by getting the most points. So you're going to shuffle these cards together. Everyone's going to get 12 of them. And then there's 2 left over. These cards are going to be face up so everyone knows what cards are not in play. Then you're going to pass some cards, and then you're going to bid on how many tricks you think you can take. So like I said, when somebody leads a card, each other player must play a different suit if possible. You can always play gold, and you can play gold even if someone else has already played gold. Whoever plays the highest number wins. Unless gold was played, then the highest gold will win the trick. But there are 2 people involved in a trick. Whoever plays the highest number wins the trick. They'll take the cards. But whoever plays the lowest base metal card, in this example it is a 1, will take a gold card that matches that number, if it's available, and they get to add it. This card is going to be worth points possibly at the end of the game to help determine who the winner is. I mean, it's even possible. There's even an 8 out there that's worth 3 points, but then 8 would have to be the lowest card. That person also leads the next trick. Once you take these gold cards, you can play them in the future, but when you play them, they're returned to supply, so you'll no longer get the points at the end of a round. A round ends when somebody can't play a card, or they choose not to, which means they have gold cards, but they chose not to play one of those gold cards. And then you're going to see how many tricks you took. If you take fewer tricks than you bid, let's say I said we're going to take 4 tricks, you get no points. If you go over your thing, let's say I said we're going to take 4 tricks and we took 6, then we get 4 points. But if I said we're going to take 4 tricks and we get exactly 4 tricks, then we would get 8. You'll also add all the points on any gold cards that your team has, and whoever has the most will get the gold nugget. First person to get 2 gold nuggets wins. There's some variations in the rules on how a 3-player game is played, slightly differently, but kind of has the same general gist. Aurum is a very esoteric trick-taking game. I'm someone who loves trick-taking games, but this one is going to rip some people's minds in knots. So first of all, there's a concept of playing a different trick than the other person has played. That's been done in not many, but several other trick-taking games, probably most well-known, a game called Potato Man. And so I like that concept of it. That's a little different. But it's that gold cards that really make everything tricky. You're trying to play the lowest card. It's really fun to play that lowest card, but it's still a high number. Take one of those gold cards. Now you have a strong hammer to take any trick in the future so that you can get your exact number of tricks. Because if I say we're going to take 5 tricks and we take it, that's 10 points. It doesn't really matter how many gold cards we have. We're probably going to win the round. But maybe I need to keep a couple of these gold cards in my hand for points, or do I play them to take the trick? Now, I think in advanced play, you don't even start with the 0 gold, so it kind of even changes things up a little bit more. I like this. I'm giving it a 7.5. I don't love it because it's a little bit to wrap your mind around, and I found that a lot of people I play with struggle with wrapping their mind around it. I was just there's so many interesting concepts back and forth. I was fascinated with it the whole time, and each time I play this, I'm fascinated by it, but I don't know that I would be able to find a lot of people to play it. They'd rather play something, I think, a little bit more straightforward, which is why it's not higher for me. But I found it to be enjoyable, and if you love trick-taking games and want something that's not particularly complex, but definitely a little mind-bendy to play, then Aurum is one I would recommend.